Welcome back to the Call for Help-A-Thon. I was just checking the message boards over here, and Kat, look what I found. The Call for Help-A-Thon wallpaper.
You found it.
Yeah, remember the guy who did the really cool Call for Help wallpaper?
Right.
He actually tweaked it, and you can find this link on our message boards.
Yeah.
You go over to his website, and he's got it, this really cool wallpaper, the Call for Help-A-Thon wallpaper.
Where on the message boards?
This is under, I think it's What's on Today's Show.
Okay.
When I right-click on this, I can go Set as Background. Then I can do a Windows D, and look at that. Whoa! That is so cool. That wallpaper is so awesome.
That is really cool.
Now, do you have anything else from
I've got a
email or
message
boards?
from Scott K4406. To Kat, I got a baby for Christmas. She was born 8 weeks early and is doing well.
Aww. And Roman Loyola,
right.
one of the guys who works on the screensavers.
Right.
His baby was born yesterday on Christmas.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, it's neat. He looks just like him.
I know, it's weird, huh? Roman's
Very
this
strange.
big dude, and his baby's this big but looks exactly like him. Very strange.
Oh. Was that the question? Or
No.
was that a question?
You want a question?
Yeah.
Okay. How do I know what my IP address is?
How do you know?
This is from Ronell.
Well,
he or she
if you're not connected to the internet, does Ronell?
Yeah, no info.
No info as far as operating system?
Right.
In Windows 98 or Millennium Edition, you would use the WinIP CFG tool. WinIP CFG would be one way of doing it. In Windows XP, you can double-click Network Places. Wait a minute. Let me close that. Sorry, guys. Go right-click on My Network Places.
Okay.
And if it's in the Start menu, you do the same thing. Go to Properties. You can double-click Local Area Connection. Flip over to the Support tab, and right there, it'll have your IP address. You can even get more details about your IP address. If you're online, you could also go to ipchicken.com, and that would list the IP address right on the website.
Okay,
Cool,
well,
huh?
let me tell you about what's coming up, Chris.
That sounds good to me.
So much stuff is coming up, but now that 2002 is over, we're headed in 2003. Everyone wants to know what are the coolest products coming up, what's coming out, and one of the best things that I've heard about is the new TiVo. You guys heard about this? The new TiVo with all these special features. Andrew Hahn is here to tell us all about it, and he's going to tell us about the new DVD-R drive that you can install into your computer. We're going to show you how to do that. It's going to be fabulous.
Beautiful. That's all coming up in this hour, huh?
Yes.
Dang.
Hey, don't forget to give us a call, though. Whoa, I didn't want to scare you, but don't forget to call us. The number is 888-989-7879. The message boards are going nuts, so start interacting with us.
Yeah, start. And I think we got the chat room going, too.
Yeah, I got to get back in there.
How many people are in there? Maybe I should stop by there during
Okay, I'm going to get in there right now.
Welcome back to the Call for Help-A-Thon, guys. You know, we're doing this all day long, still here, and this is still the show where we love sharing our knowledge of technology with the rest of the world. Today, we're doing it until literally the sun goes down, if you can see the sun. I don't know, maybe there's some places. I think right now, this time of year, people don't get the sun. Is there like it's in the North Pole or the South Pole or something? They can't see the sun at all this time of year. Anyway, as Kat mentioned, Tech TV's Andrew Hahn is here with some pretty cool products that'll surely be on all of our 2003 Christmas lists or wish lists, depending on what you celebrate. He'll be here for a little while, so if you want to know something about some of the products due in the next year, give us a call. Kat mentioned 888-989-7879, and Andrew is right there back in the lab. If you just got a new DVD-R drive, hang out, because I'm going to install one back in the lab, and I think everybody is going to have one of these within a year or two. I've already purchased mine. It's a Sony, a 500 DRU-A or DRU-500A, one of the two, and it burns DVDs. Really kind of affordable as far as DVD burn goes. And it looks like Kat's got company over in our Interact area, I think. Kat, did you
Dude, there are so many people.
Scott is over there, isn't he? Scott Adams? Where is he?
Oh, yeah. I think he's on
virtually,
he's on the Netcam, but I just want to tell everyone, the chat room is going nuts right now.
How many people?
Well, I can't tell. Where does it say? I don't know. It looks like at least 50.
50?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. There should be at least 100 people in there.
Oh, no, 60.
60? That's it?
No, there's 4,093. Just kidding.
Wow. All right.
There's a lot, though.
So what are we doing now?
All right, we're going to have everyone contact us. I'm going to give you the number again. The number is 888-989-7879. If you want to make this number a high number right behind me, you got to call in, or you can email your questions to callforhelp@techtv.com. And if you have a Netcam, head into the Netcam Cineplex chat room at techtv.com/callforhelp. We're going to get your face on the show. We're going to be looking at the message boards. I'm in the chat room right now. So let's get the party started.
Yeah, I want to get the party started because Scott Adams is on the phone on our Tech TV Netcam network. Scott, are you there? Kind of. Maybe.
Hello.
Scott, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Excellent. How are you?
I think I'm a little more excited than you because it's a pleasure to meet you virtually.
Well, you don't know how excited I am.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you're not just saying that.
I want you to solve my problems.
Oh, well, hopefully I can. So you've got a question for me.
Yeah, I got a few of them.
All right.
I'll give you one that's just been bugging me here.
Okay.
So my Outlook Express, suddenly, for no reason, I don't think I changed anything, started saying that OE removed access to the following unsafe attachments, and then it gives some file name that somebody emailed to me. And I don't think it's because they're all infected. I think that it just started happening suddenly and gets most of the harmless things that are coming in and gets rid of them.
All right. Scott, that's actually something that a lot of people have been hit with. Did you recently upgrade Internet Explorer, or which version of Windows is that?
98.
98? So did you install IE6 Service Pack 1?
Not intentionally.
Well, it's okay. Now, by the way, folks, I just want to set this up. This is Scott Adams. He's the guy who draws the Dilbert comic strip. This is the guy! And he's on Call for Help right now, and he's asking for my help. And dear God, I hope I can help you, Scott. I'm going to launch Outlook Express here. And now this is Windows XP, but it should be relatively the same in Windows 98. You've inadvertently tripped a security feature that the reason why I asked if you had recently upgraded to a new version of Internet Explorer is because Outlook Express now comes with this particular option turned on. These are the options for Outlook Express, and I just went into the tools menu and then went to its options. And in here you've got a cascade of tabs. Just flip over to the security tab. That's what you're looking for here. And there's an option that's in the first section that says, do not allow attachments to be saved or opened that could potentially be a virus. And these would be files like zip files or URL files, reg files, any type of file that might be attached that it thinks could potentially have a nasty payload. So just take the check mark out of there. You can press apply to make sure it's set. Then you press OK, and then from that point forward, it's kind of like an all or nothing thing. So any type of like PIF attachment, any type of virus that comes across by EXE or whatnot can be accessible. But it's going to give you access to everything. Now, Scott, I think you know what you're doing with a computer a little more than the average geek, correct?
On a good day.
On a good day. All right, well, that's the option that you're looking for with an Outlook Express, is just take the check mark out of there, and you should have access to all attachments within that particular application, Outlook Express. They turn that on now by default. A lot of people were kind of like you. They were caught off guard. They were trying to figure out what happened. And you may have inadvertently, too. Sometimes people go through and they put check marks in the boxes because they want to be safe, and it's fine as long as you don't want to have access to certain files. But as you said, sometimes you want to have access to those files. You can turn it off and turn it on at will. So if you can keep it on to protect you from most things, but when you get a message from somebody you know, and that you know you asked for that particular attachment, whether that be a PDF file or a zip file or an EXE, then you can go in there and take the check mark out for that particular time. Then when you've opened the message, save the attachment, you can go and turn it back on from that point forward, Scott.
All right, that's great. Thanks.
Not a problem. That's what I do. Did you want to give in any plugs, Scott? Anything you're doing that's exciting?
I've got a book called Dilbert and the Way of the Weasel that if you didn't get it for your holiday, you really ought to go out and get it.
Oh, you can guarantee. My wish list was not fulfilled, and I didn't get. So I will go out and get it. Will you autograph it for me?
Sure.
I don't ask for autographs that often, but man, that is just so cool. I was not expecting this, Scott. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's kind of what I do. You keep doing what you do too, entertaining us.
All right, I don't know how to do what you do, so I'll do what I do.
Oh, well, that's good, because then we'll keep doing things together.
All right.
But thank you, Scott. Again, Scott Adams, the illustrator of Dilbert. And actually, you write the thing too. You don't just illustrate it.
Yeah, I have no staff. It's just me and the cats.
And don't you use a Macintosh to illustrate it?
No. It's partially done on the Mac. I draw most of it by hand, but I do the lettering and the finishing on the Mac.
Really? Now, is that font your actual handwriting, or is it?
That's my handwriting turned into a font, so I actually type the lettering now.
Is that easier to do then? Quicker, I'd assume.
Oh yeah, saves a lot of time. I used to actually hire somebody to do lettering.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he was replaced by the machine.
Well, I guess that's kind of the world we're headed into, but that's where Dilbert's taking us.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can be replaced someday, too.
Really?
That's my goal.
By what, though? What do you want to be replaced by?
some kind of an artificially intelligent robot who can write jokes and draw, maybe. Is that, I didn't see all the products that are coming for next year, but is that coming?
Yes, we've actually got a working model. His name's Roger Chang.
Oh, okay.
He's our personal robot that we have around here. He's a robot slave. Well, I'll be sure to watch for that particular comic strip. I remember Dilbert, wasn't it a cartoon? Not a live cartoon, but a cartoon at one point? Yeah,
and actually the syndicated reruns are coming back on Comedy Central in February, I think.
Oh, that's great. So. Now, where you're from, Scott, and I'm not to put you on the spot, but can you get Tech TV?
Yes, I can. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh, Danville, of course.
Yes.
And how long have you been living there?
Oh, in the general area for, I don't know,
you like
20 years.
20 years. Do you like it here?
Yeah.
I'm still kind of getting used to it. I came from the Midwest, out in Iowa, and it's different out here in San Francisco, that's for sure.
Well, you would be very happy not to be in the Midwest right now, wouldn't you?
Well, I miss snow. I really do. I'm the type of person that enjoyed it, but then again, I worked at home when I lived in Iowa, so I never had to go anywhere.
You know, that's why they invented television, so you could see snow without feeling the searing pain of it biting into your ankles.
Oh, Scott, it was good talking to you. Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you.
Our first celebrity. That's so cool. Sorry, I just like my day has now been made, and I'm sure it's only going to get better. Thank you, Scott, again, and we'll have the details on how to turn off those unsafe attachment warnings in Outlook Express on our website, techtv.com/call-for-help, or call for Scott. Coming up next, Tech TV Labs' Andrew Hahn has looked into his crystal ball, and he's going to bring up some of the most anticipated products due to be released in 2003. We'll find out if he's psychic or just psycho right after the break. 2002 was a good year. We got the iPod for Windows. We got the GeForce 4 video card and, of course, tablet PCs. All in all, it was a pretty good year for high tech, but 2003 is a brand new year. And, Andrew, thank you for waking up this early to come in on the Help-A-Thon and tell us what's coming in this year. The next year. We're not there yet.
Right, exactly. Well, 2002 was pretty interesting. I didn't like the tablet PC, by the way. I thought that was a really bad mistake by Microsoft's part. But, new things for next year.
See, I say give it another year.
Yeah.
I think the tablet will be good this time in 2003.
No, still not liking it. I don't know. I hate the thing. I just think it's a real waste of time.
It's neat.
It's kind of neat.
You can draw on the
who's going to spend $2,200 for that?
Maybe if they don't have a laptop yet. When they go to upgrade their laptop, I think that's when tablets are really going to be hot.
My dad might like it, but he lost it. Last night he said, I lost my AOL. Help me. So,
Maybe he will lose his tablet.
Yeah.
That's why they don't let me hold on to remote controls. And this is a remote control
for the TiVo.
The TiVo.
Actually, the TiVo Series 2, which is right over there.
This one?
Yeah.
This is the new one?
That's the new one, yep. And that offers just some more sort of interesting things, especially in a couple weeks. They're going to integrate new software onto your TiVo so you can view images from a PC in your house. You can network the thing. A whole bunch of cool stuff.
Really? Like home network?
Yeah, USB. It has USB on the back.
I see
so
USB
you can
back
attach,
here.
Right, they've had USB on the back there for a while, so they wanted to expand it eventually.
Okay.
All this new stuff. There's a number of things. All this stuff is kind of a little bit under non-disclosure, but I'm just going to tell you anyway.
It's okay.
It's great. We love that.
We'll give our viewers the inside scoop. Now, you said this is in a couple of weeks they're going to be releasing new units, or is it just going to be an upgrade?
It's a new software upgrade. Yep.
Is it going to happen automatically?
It should happen automatically if they do it right. It should happen automatically.
What do you mean if they do it right?
Well, they should be able to just send it over your phone line. You'd have it, and then they'd say, you can buy this little USB dongle and then connect to your network and then send images or whatever.
Okay, so someone will just wake up and their TiVo will say, hey, I've got new functionality.
Well, I'm sure TiVo will send out messages saying, hey, you can put new images on it, whatnot. But, the really interesting thing in 2003, I think will be, and this is sort of from inside Sony to a particular degree, is Sony is really interested in getting music, their entire music catalog, from Press Play, and that's also Press Play is a music service from Universal and Sony, to drive all the music to your TiVo, because it has a hard drive in it, right? So they want to send the music to your TiVo, allow you to listen to your music with your home stereo system, because it's in the living room after all, and sort through it just like you would with regular video.
Well, it's nice, and I don't have a PVR yet. I know I had like 1,000 of them on my wish list.
Right.
But when are PVRs going to include DVD burning, like on board? That's what I want.
When Hollywood figures out what they're... No, I mean, Hollywood's really the sticking point here, right? They don't want to do anything. And right after CES, which actually TechTV is going to cover, about a week after CES, everybody's going to get together in LA, and they're all going to talk about what to do about this whole copyright issue and
Were you invited?
how to deal with that. No, I wasn't invited, and there's a good reason behind that.
Oh.
I like the whole EFF guys, you know.
Oh, okay.
So they don't like me for that. Anyway, but I think the idea here for Sony and for TiVo and the other folks is, hey, PVRs are great. The people that own them love them. Let's get music on PVRs. Let's just distribute everything to a PVR. Now, interestingly enough, in Sony, there's also a fight over whether they're going to put music on the TiVo or the PlayStation.
But that's a completely different segment, huh?
Completely different segment.
All right, well, let's move on.
on.
Yeah, you've brought a digital camera. This is not
just any digital camera.
This has got the new X3 technology.
Yep, that's right. That's the Foveon. This has the Foveon chip. It's the Sigma SD9.
And what does that mean for the average person?
Okay, the Foveon chip is basically like any other kind of photo imaging chip. But it's it's very different than any other photo imaging chip in the sense that every little photo detector, instead of being either red, green, or blue, is all three, or a combination thereof.
So it's got three layers, one for red, green, and blue, instead of traditionally with just a digital camera, you have one.
Yeah.
So it's a clearer color, crisper picture.
If you imagine, like with regular digital camera, it's sort of like a chessboard where the different colors are. And then they have to mosaic that together and demosaic. This doesn't do that. It has all the information all in one. And it's actually really cool because it creates these incredibly detailed pictures. And I think we have one right over there.
Dang, man.
It's huge.
Holy cow. Wait, check out the size of this thing. Holy cheese and crackers. This is unbelievable. Now, this was a digital image taken with this camera?
Yeah, this is a raw digital image at the highest resolution taken with this camera.
Now, when you say high resolution, what kind of megapixels?
We're talking about, well, actually, it doesn't really apply. Don't think of megapixels in the same way anymore, because megapixels, they refer to, the number of pixels, right? Mm-hmm. But if this triples the amount of information, then, say, 3 would be more like 9. Right?
Yeah, that's true, because you got three layers. Okay.
But it's not really that easy to sort of differentiate, but it's essentially what you get is an incredibly detailed image. Now, this camera is really, really cool in another way, and that is that it's cheap. This is a digital SLR, and it's about $1,800.
That's cheap?
That's cheap.
Wait a minute.
Well, for professionals. I mean, this is a professional photograph.
Oh, totally.
This is not something that my grandma's going to say, hey, I need a 4x9 foot, image of my grandson or something like that. She might. I don't know. But professionals really looking at these digital cameras, I think in 2003, are really going to come down and price the professional variety so that, the sort of 5 to 8 megapixel area is going to be really affordable, $500, $600. Maybe, under 1,000, that's huge.
Next wave of digital cameras, huh?
That's right. Next wave of digital cameras.
And, of course, it's got a great macro feature. We've got a close-up of your sweater here.
Oh, you do?
Really good.
Yeah, that's really nice.
This is like right down to the thread there.
It is. Nice thread count.
Is that thing on the end, is that a PC? That's actually a computer.
PC.
A whole computer.
Yep. Can you believe that? It's so
small.
Tiny. It's about the size of, I don't know. I mean,
less than a laptop.
It's itty-bitty. Yeah, it's smaller than a laptop. It's about 1.5 pounds. This is based on the VIA ITX motherboard. It's a mini ITX motherboard. No fans. It's 800 megahertz. It has 256 meg of memory. There's a 20 gig hard drive in here. It runs Windows XP. And this is a full-fledged PC.
Okay.
And a tiny, 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 tiny little thing.
And is it at a tiny, tiny, tiny price?
No, it's a $600 price.
No.
But, VIA, the chipset manufacturer, the motherboard maker, is really pushing these things to be about $200, $150.
Oh, wow, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, hey, I'll put one in every room in my house. I mean, that's incredible.
It's made for people who just want to surf the web, maybe check their email, do some basic stuff.
Exactly. I mean, this is not like a gaming PC or anything like that. But 800 megahertz.
That's nice.
When I bought a 233 megahertz PC 4 or 5 years ago, I thought I was, I'd gone to heaven.
Well, you had at that point.
That's right. I could play Sims and stuff.
I got that for Gretchen, my wife. I got her
Sims
the whole
4?
Sims.
Oh,
the
Sims
whole
online?
package, except for the online thing. We didn't get that.
Yeah.
But she's addicted to it.
That's kind of hinky, that online thing.
I know. It's kind of expensive.
It is expensive, yeah.
$10 a month? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah, but there's all these property rights and all this stuff.
Yada, yada, yada. Well, thank you, Andrew.
Sure.
And I'm sure you're going to be sticking around.
I will, yes.
For a while. Are you now?
I will.
Well, you are now, because I said it. And if you want to know more about these cool cutting-edge products, you can go over to our website. The address, techtv.com/call-for-help. And coming up next, we've got someone on the line with a question about Cat's browser. The one with the tabs on the top. We'll show you what it is and explain why it's good and that we wanted to include it as one of our favorite free files of the year. Welcome back to this Call for Help-A-Thon. I want to take another live call to move that ticker up to number 9. Kat, who's waiting for us now?
I get to press the button again.
Yes, you do.
Woo! On the TechTV Netcam network, it's Jay from Denton, Texas, and he's number 9.
Number 9, Jay. You are 9 of 9. That is your designation. What can we help you with today, Jay?
Well, I keep seeing Kat's browser on the TV there, and I really like the idea of all the tabs up on top. I was wondering what browser she used.
That's a good question. So when you close your eyes, you see her tabs?
No, not usually.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they make a pill for that. That'll clear that right up, Jay. No, you're asking about a web browser that it can do just like Internet Explorer, only it has different functionality. It's something called Mozilla. And a few months ago, we were using Internet Explorer on all the machines around here. And when Kat was doing her segments, I thought to myself, well, you keep going to the taskbar to flip between the open windows. I know there's an easier way. And what I suggested was Mozilla, which happens to be one of our favorite free files. We'll be highlighting it a little later in this 18 hours. Now, have you been watching the whole time, Jay?
No, I turned on at about 10 o'clock.
Okay, and where are you? Texas, so you're Central Time Zone. So you just missed. You didn't miss too much. First couple hours, I don't think anybody watched anyway. Just kidding. Everyone was watching, except for you, Jay. But we're glad to have you here now. Mozilla is the name of the browser. It's absolutely free, and it was started. Actually by Netscape. And that's why a lot of people say, well, this looks a lot like Netscape. It's because now Netscape uses the code base that is Mozilla. And it's a web browser. It's just another way to get on the web. Just like you could use a different type of car to get on the highway, you could use a different web browser to get on the web. And this is nice because, as you had pointed out, you can use different tabs. So if I can do, when I type in a new URL, I can go over to www.catsclicks.com and hit Control-Enter. That's the key or the shortcut in Mozilla to open up a new tab. And then I can flip through these particular tabs, and that way I can open up. In fact, I think I could even use the mouse button. I can click the, let's see here. Let me try doing this. I know it's a control-click, mouse-click. Watch what happens. I'm clicking all these with holding onto the control key, and it opens up new tabs in the background, Jay. That's another neat little feature about this tab browsing. Now, this is Mozilla. It's absolutely free from mozilla.org. They're up to version 201, I believe, is the latest release.
Hey,
no,
Chris.
Is it? No, 121. I'm sorry, 121. Yes, Kat?
When you get a second, I just want to tell you, I like Mozilla because of the tabs feature, but I don't like that a lot of times when I try and play videos, it just can't handle it.
Yeah, and
that gets really annoying.
That could happen because when web developers are designing their websites, they keep it in mind for Internet Explorer,
right?
And they use certain code that will work fine in Internet Explorer,
right?
And Mozilla, I'd say 90% of the time does okay.
Not with the videos.
Not with videos?
For me, I'd say 75% of the time it doesn't work.
All right. So maybe, Jay, if you're going to a site that you know you're going to be looking at a lot of videos, you could use Internet Explorer.
Right.
They make an Internet Explorer version. God, what is it called? It used to be IE Opera.
Other than that problem with it, I really love it. I love the tab features. It keeps your browser nice and organized.
Jay, Mozilla is the name of it, but there's a program that's like an overlay. Now, here it is. There's something that is Internet Explorer. It's free. It's called Avant Browser. At avantbrowser.com, it's kind of like a different interface for Internet Explorer. So you could use Internet Explorer and have tab functionality. It doesn't look like it's popping up right now, but it used to be called IE Opera. Avantbrowser.com. Avantbrowser.com. Anyway, I'll be sure to have the link for you, Jay. But either way, either using Mozilla for tabs or avantbrowser.com will have the Avant browser, and that is nothing more than Internet Explorer, different interface for IE. So either way should take care of you.
Does that Avant browser, does it have anything to do with the Avant Go that syncs with my PDA?
No, it has nothing to do with it. It just happens to be a name. It originally was called IE Opera, but he changed it because, of course, Opera is another browser that's out there that has tab functionality as well. It's not free, but Avant Browser is free. The Opera browser, which is a great browser, I think they've got a free version that's ad-supported. And I would recommend registering Opera if you download it and like it from opera.com. There are a lot of options for you, though, Jay. A lot of ways to browse the web.
Okay.
But
well, thanks a lot,
one of these will do you just fine. There we go.
Okay, thanks.
That moment of uncomfortable silence brought to you by That Poinsettia. Right back there. Where'd the bow come from? Suddenly we're growing bows. Thanks for the call, Jay. We'll have the links on our website for you. Now, coming up, we're going to go back to the phones and take a few more of your live calls. Hit caller number 10. But first, here's Kat with a quick web tip just for you.
If you come across an interesting site on the web, send the entire page to your friend. In Internet Explorer 5, select File, Send, Page by Email, enter the address, and it's off.
Our web team is still hard at work making sure everything we talk about on the show makes it here to our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. In fact, we even have a live audio stream going on right here. Listen to the Call For Help-A-Thon. Click that link and you can listen to it online. This is really good for our international viewers who can't watch the show live, but they can hear it live. And now you can tell your friends, oh, they don't get Tech TV. No big deal. They can come over to our website, techtv.com/call-for-help, and listen to the live online stream. They can't see me with my goofy elf hat, but that's just between you and me. Welcome back to the Call For Help-A-Thon. We're here answering your questions all throughout the day, and or until those little white guys in those clean white coats come to take me away. Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho. The rubber room. The romper room. Remember that show?
Yeah, I didn't really watch that show, though.
I just remember the lady. She was kind of scary. Unlike this hat, which is not that scary.
Chris.
Now, Kat,
yeah.
How would people get a hold of us if they needed to?
Oh, if you want to get a hold of us, it's really easy. All you do is pick up your phone and you call us. The number's right here. The number is 888-989-7879. Or you can email us, callforhelp@techtv.com, or jump into the chat room. It's kind of crazy in there right now. There's like 100 people, and they're all shouting, and they all want me to put my pajamas back on. But hey,
oh, that's right. You've changed out. Except you still have your slippers.
I do.
You know, if you click them together 3 times, you'll go home.
They're dirty on that thing.
Like, there's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
You know, I understand there's no thing like a mystery caller.
Yeah, we've got mystery callers for you today.
Uh-oh. Who's this?
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh. So I have to guess who the caller is on the line right now?
Yeah, you have to guess.
Okay. Hello, mystery caller number 1.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
You know, it's funny you speak of Home Sweet Home, because I actually have been to your Home Sweet Home.
You have?
I have.
Under what way?
Under what way?
Yeah, how have you been to my home?
Well,
did I know about it?
Got to meet your mom and your pop and, spend a little time with you down there in Altoona.
Who is it?
Wait, it's either Sam or,
nope.
Give me another hint.
I like chocolate Cokes. You ever had a chocolate Coke?
What?
Wait a minute. Sean?
Yeah.
Sean Breitbach?
Sean Breitbach.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. How the heck did they dig you up?
How's it going? Hey,
oh, my goodness.
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
Oh, wow. This is Sean Breitbach. We're fraternity brothers.
Yep.
We're both brothers in Tau Kappa Epsilon, Teak. And Sean is my little brother in the fraternity. And when we were going through education, I took you guys out for chocolate Cokes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know, you're kind of scared of the chocolate Coke thing at first, if it doesn't even sound real good, but, they're actually pretty good.
And they took down what was it? What was the place's name?
Oh, God, I don't know.
They tore it down.
It was like JR's Drive-In.
Something real old classic drive-in. Well, Sean, it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, well, so do you have a real question?
Well, actually, my question was, I had some problems with my computer a little while back, and it said I was missing a file whose extension was .dll. And I was just wondering if you could tell me
what it was?
Yeah, what do those files do?
All right, so you were trying to run a program and it said it was missing a DLL file?
Yes.
All right. A DLL is a file that sometimes gets installed with programs, and DLL stands for Dynamic Link Library. In fact, let me do a search on my hard drive here. I just go over to the desktop, tap F3 if I've got keyboard response. There we go. And I'm going to type in star.dll. And that's going to look for all the DLL files. I'm just going to look on my C drive. I may have to open up, there we go. I'm looking at all the files and folders. And if I hover over this particular file, it'll tell me like who made it, what version it's in, and what folder it's in. And each of these DLLs sometimes are important for the functionality of a program. Like this one happens to be a Microsoft C runtime library. What does that mean to you? Absolutely nothing. You just know you need to run it, otherwise your program's not going to work.
Right.
There are a few places you can go to find DLL files online. Now, which program, do you remember which program it was that didn't work?
I don't remember which one it was.
Okay. Sometimes if that happens, you may go and re-download it from the web. Okay. Or if it was on a CD-ROM, just reinstall it from the CD-ROM, and usually that will replace the DLL file. That's usually the easiest way to get it.
If I just reinstall it?
Yeah, if you just reinstall the program. And like I said, you usually be able to find it, depending on how you got the program, whether it was on the web or on the internet, whether it was emailed to you or whether it was on a CD. You should be able to get things that way. And I think there's another website. I think it's either Find DLL or Search DLL. Hold on. Give me a second, Sean. I have to pardon me. I didn't know it was even you. I didn't know what the call was going to be at all. Let me see if I can go to Google here. Are you still up in Cedar Falls, Iowa, Sean?
Actually, I graduated Saturday.
Really? Congratulations.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Hey, did you know what's going on this weekend?
RCB? No, it would be too early. What would it be, Winter Formal?
Nick Wygant's getting married this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Ben, my real brother, he's going to be in that ceremony in Des Moines.
Yep, me too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well, tell Nick I said hello.
I will.
That is amazing. See, Nick, I'm calling you Nick, Sean, sorry. I'm looking for it. Let me see if I can do a search for search. I know there's a website that, here we go. Maybe this is it. Search DLL sites. I don't think that's it. That's giving me a 404. I'm going to find that for you, Sean, and give you a link, because I know there's a place online. I can't remember what it's called, but it'll allow you to search for DLLs online.
Really?
So that in case you couldn't reinstall it from a CD or from the web, you'd be able to grab it. I'll sick Phil or Andrew on it or someone back in the lab.
Okay.
We'll have it in time for Nick's wedding. We'll save the day.
Oh, great.
Thanks for the call, Sean.
Hey, no problem.
It was good to hear from you.
Yep, you too.
Wow. That's a good mystery caller.
Have fun.
Yeah. I'm surprised I remember the chocolate Cokes. I will have fun. I hope. Wow. You guys are good. You guys are real good. I'm kind of scared how good you are. I'm afraid who else is going to show up. My third grade math teacher. She tried to fail me, I was in the third grade 3 times because I couldn't do math. Coming up next, we'll open up a PC and show you how to install a brand new DVD-R drive so you can start burning like a madman. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Oh, this is from the Discovery Channel store. Oh, wow, this is so much fun. Am I bugging you yet? Well, it's time for Extreme PC. Well, you just now get it? It's time for an Extreme PC makeover. The ability to burn DVDs, the newest, biggest, coolest craze to happen to the PC in a while. And, if you were lucky, you got one of these for your holiday. But even if you didn't, well, no time like the present to go out and get one. Not right now, at least today, because we're on all day. Here is a really popular DVD drive. This plays DVDs, obviously, and CDs. Happens to be the Toshiba, or a Toshiba drive, that allows you to record both CDs and DVDs. And we've got our computer right behind it that's already ready to go. We're going to add a CD to this particular case right here. I'm sorry, I was talking to Greg over here. This is one of our camera guys. Because you don't have, Greg, do you have a DVD burner yet?
No, I don't, Chris.
He doesn't have a DVD burner, so now he's going to learn how to put one into his machine. Thank you, Greg. He's doing the handheld. These things, by the way, those cameras, way more than I do. So this is where we have our regular CD-ROM, or is it a regular CD-ROM? Can you see that? It just says regular CD? Okay, cool. Well, we're going to add a DVD drive or a DVD burner to it. If we wanted to, we could even replace that one with this one, but we're just going to add, because we've got the space for it. We've got a bay, because this is the Bay Area, right in here, the Bay Area. Give me a couple more hours and I'll warm up. So we've taken it out of its case, out of its sleeve, and look at that. Oh, we got to hold it up right. There we go. This is a drive. They all look the same for the most part. You'll notice that some DVD drives will have the DVD lettering on them. Most of them will. And then, of course, in the back, most of the connectors are going to be the same as well. This is where you're going to connect your drive cable, your power cable, possibly even your audio cables. This is where you're going to set it as either the slave or the master. And what does that mean? Well, no, we're not talking about, serfs and what were they called? Serfs were the little people, the peons, and then who are the big people? Landlords and the serfs. I don't know. Anyway, which one's camera number 5? Is that number 5? Thank you. I was told to look at number 5. I just wanted, because I got no numbers here, people. Working here blind. Okay, so we've got all the cables in here. There's our drive cable. We may need that. Just a second. Let's get rid of that. Don't need the box. And can you see that better now, Greg?
Yes.
All right, just make sure here. Let's set that over here. It's not an art. It's not a science, but it is easy to do. We've got a place for sliding in our DVD drive right up here. And let's see how easy this is if the face is off. Let me move around this machine. There we go. Nice and easy. And then on the sides there are little holes because we're going to need to screw in the drive so it's nice and steady so that it doesn't go flying out when you put in a DVD or a disc. And the screws, if they're not already loose, are here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Screws right here. I'm going to skip this step, but I just want to show you. These are really small, so you want to try to hold on to these things. You don't want to lose those things because then you will have a screw loose. So we've got it lined up here. Now, we can do a couple things here. Some people like connecting the cables before they slide in the drive. That's fine. You know how comfortable you are. This is a kind of a small case. But you'll notice I've got a CD drive up here on top. It's already connected. Here's our data cable. And you remember earlier in the show we were talking about connecting hard drives internally to that chain. This is connected to our motherboard, this cable, our motherboard being that green piece of plastic sitting in the back. The first part of this is connected to our first CD drive. And I'm going to assume that this is going to be our master. This is the first one that's set on this cable. But I've got another space right here to connect this particular drive. So I'm assuming this is either set at a channel select or a slave. And I'm not going to boot this up, so I can't show you. And that usually you can find those instructions either sometimes they're actually written on the drive or somewhere in your manuals. So I've got that connected. That's going to allow the data to transfer back and forth. Now I need to take one of these little jobbies. This is very important. This is our power. If it didn't have this, it wouldn't turn on. So I would connect the power. If you don't have any more power, you need to upgrade your power supply, which is usually sitting back up here in this cage. So I slide it in and screw it in and then boot up my machine. And once I've done that, I should be okay. Now, I've also been told, see, it comes with another drive cable if you want. But I've also been told this is what would connect the drive to your sound card or someplace on the motherboard where the sound comes from. Whew! Need more coffee. I've been told that you don't really need this anymore. I mean, it should function just fine without it. I mean, if you really want to be completely careful and you want to make sure you got every connection possible, you would connect one of these ends into your DVD drive and the other end into your sound card, which is going to be on the motherboard. And boy, it's really back there. So I'm not even going to dare doing this thing, let me tell you. So that's it. I'm telling you, it's super simple to install this stuff. You don't need me, do you?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we need you, Chris. Thank you for that moment of validation. For more on how to install new drives, just head over to our website, techtv.com/callforchris. Up next, Fred will show you how to get your new printer working in OS 10, and then, can you really win cash and prizes just for surfing the net? You better believe it. And Kat will show you how it's done when the Call for Help-A-Thon rumbles on.